Hello and welcome to Bacon and Eggs Sunday Brunch.
Sunday Brunch.
It's actually Sunday morning and we are actually in the same room.
We are, for the first time ever on Bacon and Eggs.
We are in the same room.
Your hosts are in the same room, crowded around one microphone. We're out of our element, for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. We're going to try something totally different.
Totally off the rails.
Just like last week, but less Harry Potter-like and more just, we're going to see if we're funny people at all. So today, Ethan and I, we're talking about all the jobs that we've had and some of the crazy interview questions that you get. And we just kind of Googled what are the craziest interview questions.
So basically, we're just going to go back and forth and ask each other some crazy interview questions.
You know, like for a job interview, just trust us, okay?
You want to go first? You talk first? I talk first?
I'm going to talk first.
Sounds good.
That's, by the way, just in case anybody's curious, it's Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's like the first line.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and my dogs are here.
Eating leaves.
Eating leaves. This is done in Ty's kitchen. Tyler, that's me. This is done in my kitchen, and there's probably going to be some superfluous noises that you wouldn't normally
There
get.
are puppers. There's an Emily floating around here somewhere.
Ethan, I'm going to ask you an interview. We're just going to dive in.
All right. Dive in!
Why do you keep singing the Vine song?
I don't know the Vine song. I never used Vine.
Ethan, if you were a pizza delivery man, how would you benefit from scissors? This is a question that was from Apple Specialist.
How would you benefit from scissors?
Yeah.
Pizza delivery man. That's a great... I don't know what I would use scissors for. I guess to threaten people?
What?
You know, get more tips.
You're fired.
I mean, probably, but have you ever had a pizza delivery man that really looked like a stand-up guy that you could trust?
Yeah.
Really?
When I went to dip class for driver improvement when I got a speeding ticket, there's a bunch of delivery drivers in there because, you know, they're in their cars so much.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're like 16 and they're idiots.
Yeah.
No offense to delivery drivers. I'm sure you're very smart people. In this particular class, there was a bunch of idiot delivery drivers.
Oh, I've definitely been in dip class and felt like I was the only person in the room with an IQ.
Right. DIP is driver improvement program.
How do I use scissors? I'm stuck on that. This is our first question, man. What would you use scissors for? I know this is not like your question, but like I don't even know.
Oh, I cut up boxes.
Why do you need cut boxes?
Pizza delivery drivers also make the pizzas and box the pizzas. So if at the end of the night there's boxes that you can't use, you cut them up, you throw them away, it takes up less space in the trash can. This is easy.
That's not nothing to do with delivery driving, though.
Exactly.
That's not your job.
Got to do with the rest of the job.
No. That's not your job.
No, that's the thing. You're not thinking about
You
all
ever
the...
been to a Domino's?
Here's the thing. End of the night, you don't have any trips. You want to get those extra minutes, extra hours, or you just want to help out the business. That's what they're looking for in the interview. They're not looking for how well can you deliver pizzas. They're looking... Because that's easy. They want to know, how are you going to impact my business?
You're getting real aggressive with this.
I'm just saying. This is like an obvious question. I can't believe you didn't get
All right,
it.
man. I've never delivered pizzas.
I've never delivered pizzas.
Apparently you have.
All right, what do you got for me?
I gotcha. Okay, so I'm just going to start it off with a really weird one right off the top.
Okay.
A penguin walks through the door right now wearing a sombrero. What does he say and why is he here?
A penguin walks through the door wearing a sombrero.
Through that door with a sombrero.
With a sombrero.
Wearing a sombrero.
Oh, he's wearing it.
Wearing it. Not holding it, wearing it. It's on his little penguin head.
Right. What does he say and why is he here?
What does he say and why is he here?
Do you know what company it's for?
It just says it was from Glassdoor.
Glassdoor?
Like somebody reported it on Glassdoor. This one, the one I'm looking at has sources as opposed to like what company it was from.
Well, I don't know what he says, but I would say, hello, sir, how can I help you today? Because we treat all of our customers equally, and we are interested in helping all of our customers, even if they are sombrero-wearing penguins.
I would agree with that, but that's not the question. But though, I do get stuck in work mode every now and then. Last night I was coming over here we were hanging out with some friends, and before I left the house, I was talking to my parents. I'm like, okay, you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving. And Mom just kind of looked at me like, you live here.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah, I was just in work mode.
Oh,
I was like, thanks for coming, guys. It's been great. Enjoyed having you here. Thanks for coming in, talking about everything with me. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time.
So, sombrero-wearing penguin. I imagine he's here. We're just going to imagine it's still the pizza shop. He says, hi, can I get a pizza? And he wants pizza.
Okay, we're working with a pizza shop.
Well, that's the last question was a pizza shop
okay.
question. It was actually an Apple question about a pizza shop. But he's coming in here. He's asking about our great special on pizza, and that's how we got him through the door.
That was a question from, it just says office engineer interview in Costa Mesa, California.
You said it was from Glassdoor.
I clicked on the Glassdoor link.
Oh.
It's like a link, I found out.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it doesn't tell me what company. It just says office engineer. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's what they're calling office managers in California now. Wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Oh my god, there's so many good questions here. All right, Ethan, my turn to ask you a question. You're a new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be and why?
Oh, man, that was going to be my next question.
This is from Urban Outfitters, sales associate.
Your new addition to the crayon box. What color would you be and why?
Yep.
So am I thinking of this like I was applying to Urban Outfitters? I guess, is that the...
I guess, or it can be the pizza shop.
I mean, I feel like if I'm applying to the pizza shop, I should be like melted cheese yellow.
I was going to go for marinara red.
No, I'm just
That's
saying.
the answer we were looking for.
Yeah, like, but is that thing, do you pander?
I don't think you pander. I think you're trying...
That's what I mean.
If
it's
Urban
like,
Outfitters is asking you this question, they want you to be your individual self, but their brand of your individual self, you know?
So they want you to be as individually hipster as possible.
Right. Like...
I have thoughts on Urban Outfitters, but that's a different topic for a different day. The last thing I bought at Urban Outfitters was those white Nikes.
You still wear them. I think you're wearing them right
I'm
now.
not wearing them right now. I'm wearing Vans. I do not still wear them. They are destroyed.
Destroyed.
There is a hole about 4 inches long in the side of one of them.
I feel like at some point you should have just been like, you know what? I'm going to stop wearing these.
Oh, but they're so comfortable.
There's a hole in them.
Yeah, I stopped wearing them when the hole happened.
A hole 4 inches across just happened? That's crazy.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, well, it was a smaller hole. Anyway, what color would I be? Hey.
What color is Ethan?
What color is Ethan?
There's a lot of shades to you, Ethan.
I have a very powerful spiritual aura.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
If you believe in that kind of thing. I'm a Pisces.
I think Ethan is yellow, but...
I insist that I look good in yellow. I don't... Nobody's ever, necessarily complimented me on my yellow clothing.
I think it's because you have yellow undertones.
But I like it.
Yellow and pink.
Yeah.
And, if I was you, I would not wear as much yellow because of the undertones. But
I also wear a lot of pink.
I do
People
too.
always comment me on the pink.
But you wear, neon pinks.
Not neon.
Did in college.
Yeah, okay. I had one shirt that I
You
wore.
wore it a lot.
I wore it on Halloween.
Yeah, because you were a flamingo.
I was a flamingo. Because you convinced me to buy that freaking flamingo hat for $25.
Because you were single and ready to flamingo, and then the next day you were single and ready to jingle.
Yep. I mean, that flamingo hat played. I still have it. I can go with yellow. What kind of, is it a Crayola color?
Yeah.
Or is it like rose art that's like
No, it's Crayola.
yellow?
That's Crayola.
Crayola's like...
By the way, if anybody's curious, I would ask this question in an interview just to see if I could get to hear them say the word crayon. And if they say crown, they're not hired.
Oh, or crayon?
Crayon, they're not
No,
hired.
it's crayon.
Crayon. Crayon. Like you're turning your crayon.
My girlfriend says this every now and then, and she says crayon, and I will say, what did you just say? She says crayon. It's the only thing I can ever catch her on that she says weird. It runs through her head, and she's like, ooh, that's not how you say that word, apparently, around here. I would be... I don't know, gotta come up with a descriptor is the problem, because it's a Crayola color.
Yeah, but you could just be like, I'll be Ethan Edgehill Yellow, and people know what that is.
Ooh, that's a power move.
Yeah.
That's a power move right there. Ooh, I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna find reasons for people to ask me this question.
Oh my gosh.
They'll know what it means.
They'll know what it means.
Ooh, this is a great one.
Okay.
This harkens back to the one that I mentioned before we started.
Okay.
How many pennies would fit into this room? We're in a pretty large room right now. So you guys know, there's like an alcove, but it's like a giant one.
And a bookshelf.
And a bookshelf.
In the alcove.
There's nooks and crannies galore.
Correct. I would probably answer this question, if we're filling this room with money, why would we fill it with pennies? And I don't think I would answer it at all.
I would not hire you. You sound like an asshole.
That's what they want in the interviews.
I don't think they do. But how many pennies would fit in this room? If you had to guesstimate. You know how big a penny is, right?
I don't know how big this room is either.
Okay, well, maybe less pennies, but how much money in pennies could you fit in here?
That's how I was going to answer it. I would think $10,000.
$10,000 in pennies? So that would be what, 100,000 pennies?
$1 million.
Million pennies?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a million.
$1 million pennies. I think $10,000. That's a lot.
I don't know, man. I think a million pennies is probably spot on.
Spot on?
Yeah. Well, maybe not. I mean, there's probably give or take. It's probably not going to be exactly a million.
If we only filled the room with pennies, are we taking the furniture out?
No. I would say take the stuff out. So stuff.
All the wine glasses and the...
Well, no, I would leave the wine glass. That's furniture to me.
Okay. What about
it's in the furniture. Well, I mean that's just a box.
Sure.
Yeah, but
you have name the stuff in Tysboro.
You have a frying pan on that table. I think the frying pan can go. I think the wine glasses are part of the room. But you would put pennies on the shelves, the spaces between the stuff. I mean, I think you could fit a million pennies.
I don't know, 1 million pennies.
This one is a freaking riddle. This isn't even in I'm just gonna read this because this is a ridiculous question to be asked.
Okay.
Can you name 3 consecutive days without using the words Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday?
Yeah.
There are several options here.
March 1st, March 2nd, March 3rd.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I was thinking there are 2 ways to do this.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. This
Easy.
is just
That's way easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that wasn't even what I was thinking of.
What do you think?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like,
I forgot what days what wasn't allowed to say.
Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. Like, if I answered that, I would pretty much walk out of that job interview and just be like, why are you asking me, like, riddles?
See if you're listening. Because I think you're supposed to do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday like you say, but I think a lot of people would do what I say.
Possibly.
Because they'd be like,
well, my first interview...
Because you would assume that the question is asked in such a way that there are no 3 consecutive days.
Well, yeah, and the question immediately struck to me, like, you have to use the word day. It has to be, like, a proper noun. Like, I was just going to go with yesterday, today, and tomorrow at first.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
But then I realized tomorrow didn't have the word day in it, so I was like, oh, it's Monday or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Memorial Day weekend. That's how I'd probably answer it. But they would probably be like, well, he didn't listen to the question. He would have said Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Have you ever interviewed somebody for a job?
I have not.
No, me neither.
Not this kind of interview. I've also never been in this kind of interview that these people apparently have.
I've done written interviews like
they
this.
They ask you just weird questions.
Yeah, I've done like essay style interviews like this, but never like a job interview.
I've had stuff that I had to write. It's like in the application.
Yeah, like weird questions. Do I have a question for you? Is that my job now?
Yeah.
Or did you want to talk more?
I mean, I can write it. I can give you another question because I know your answer to this. And this is another super easy question that I think would be difficult for anybody else.
Okay.
If you were to get rid of one state in the U.S., which would it be and why?
Delaware.
Easy question.
Easy question. There's good Virginia and worst Virginia.
Yep.
Not as bad as Delaware, though.
I hate Delaware. To anybody listening in Delaware, I'm sorry we hate your state, but...
You can move to Virginia. Are you more of a hunter or a gatherer?
I would say I'm probably more of a hunter.
Why is that?
I don't like sitting around letting things kind of happen to me. Like, I would rather go out and find something than just kind of, like, pick up what's there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Okay, that's fine. Have fun with your berries. I'll eat meat. It's a bingo.
You just say bingo.
So I'm going to ask a question that I think needs a little preface in front of it.
Okay.
So if you woke up and had 2,000 unread emails and could only answer 300 of them, how would you choose which ones to answer? And I'm gonna put the stipulation on this that you can't have 1,700 emails from Groupon.
Right. No, I think it's like
it's 3,000. Like something happened to you overnight in your like life, and you wake up and like there's thousands of people trying to get in touch with you. So I'm thinking about it like. I don't know. Your name was on the news all of a sudden.
Who?
Your name was on the news.
In this situation.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've got 2,000 emails.
You got 2,000 emails from like people that want to talk to you.
Okay.
Like I said, because I this would be easy in my actual life because 75% of the emails I get are just garbage.
Right, or either like business announcements or
sales
or
God. We're recording this on Thanksgiving weekend, so Black Friday happened. Cyber Monday is tomorrow. Small Business Saturday was yesterday. I've gotten so many freaking emails.
I love it.
I don't. My wallet hurts.
Oh, my wallet hurts bad. My Sonos speaker is sweet.
Right?
So.
Right? Good choice.
Yeah.
Hey, Sonos, if you're listening.
Thanks.
Hook us up.
Yeah, seriously. So if this happened at my current job, I would...
No, not job. It's like you're at Gmail. They want to talk to you.
Right.
Like not you, the guy at your job, like you, the person.
I'd probably do the same thing. If it was at my current job, I would first, like, I haven't had 2,000 clients.
Yeah.
So I would go and find my clients first.
Absolutely.
And then I would respond to all of those, figure out what's going on there. And then I would look for any friends or family that had emailed me.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, what's going on? And I would reassure them, like, everything's fine or everything's not fine.
Yeah.
And then I would probably ignore any like media or press.
Interesting. I would think you should open one media email.
Slug line?
From whatever you think is probably the most reputable media source.
I would probably just go on Reddit and do an AMA.
Try to figure out what the heck they're like. What happened?
Right.
Like, what is going on? Why are you talking to me?
Right.
Like.
Well, okay, so I don't know what happened. It was like while I was sleeping.
I'm assuming, yeah, you wake up to 2,000 emails. Somebody's got a gun to your head, like.
Right. All of a sudden,
you can only answer 300 of these.
All of a
Which
sudden,
I take that to mean you can't open the rest of them. Like.
No, you can open all of them.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Like your Galaxy S8s are now exploding, and people want answers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So then that would change that because I would want to know what's going on before I like answered anybody, or at least see how I'm being painted to the other people.
Yeah, I think I would respond to any of my clients first, and then I would talk to my business team, and then I would talk to friends and family, and I would probably ignore all media and customer questions that were not my customers, like directly my customers.
It's so weird that you're thinking about this as like a job thing.
That's the only way to.
Not at all. My life has gone to in the last 24 hours. Apparently, something either monumentally great or monumentally bad has happened.
Yeah.
I don't really care that my clients are like Oh, hey, I saw you on the news.
I think it would happen because of a business thing. If it was a business thing, I would. If it was like I won the lottery and
That's what I'm talking about. It's not a business thing.
Now
Like,
2,000 people want to talk to me. I would probably go right to the press in that scenario.
so, I don't know, man. You're just stuck in work mode.
Yeah. Well, or if it was like the podcast exploded last night and now you have 2,000 emails from fans, friends, family.
I still wouldn't care about my clients from work.
No, but I would care about my podcast clients.
Well, that's different.
I would probably respond to...
But you're like, if you sat here and just said, like, oh, if I won the lottery, I would talk to my clients first.
No, if I won the lottery, I would talk to the press and my family. But if something happened, like, when I say clients, I don't mean, like, if the podcast explodes tomorrow, I'm not going to email everybody that's ever bought a car from me and be like, hey, later. Like, I would email, like, I would probably respond to people who have already interacted with us, and like I would respond to the people in our Facebook group, and then
speaking of which, Facebook group, it'll be in the description. You can find us on Facebook.
Bacon and Eggs fans, it's super good time.
Great.
And talk to them, and then I would probably talk to like all of my mentors in the media industry. So I talk like Ben, Jonathan, Derek, the guys from like Is This Adulting? Like I'd probably email DC Podfest.
Hey, thanks.
Right. Hey, thanks. I would respond to those emails anyway if they were like, hey, we saw you exploded. Congratulations. I'd be like, thank you so much. Yeah.
Fair enough. Give me a question. Have at it.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. I mean, there's so much. I was talking to somebody about this very recently because I have a coworker that used to work in Alaska, and he's like, there could be anything out there. Like, there's so much Alaska that we have never seen, never touched. You can't get, there's no roads, you can't get there. Like, you see bears walking out of the woods, and they're like bright blue.
Really?
Yeah, glacier bears.
You gotta link a picture of that.
I will do that. There's a picture to a glacier bear. But, yeah, so I absolutely believe in Bigfoot. There's too many...
What kind of job do you think this was for?
I have no idea.
You're actually onto something with the Alaska thing. I'm hoping this doesn't sound like this is Ty doesn't know Europe. It's for a Norwegian cruise line, a casino marketing corporation.
Yeah, I mean, Norwegian runs cruises in Alaska.
I was thinking...
Norwegian Cruise Line is a business. They're like one of the biggest cruise lines in the world.
Huh.
Like with Royal Caribbean. And Royal Caribbean runs cruises all over the world.
Right.
So does Carnival. And it's not just Caribbean.
Right.
Norway is not just Norway.
You believe in Bigfoot, though?
Yeah. Well, I don't have evidence to the contrary.
Do you live in Narwhal?
Aren't those real animals?
You just talked about Bigfoot like it was a real animal.
Yeah, but like aren't those
now
like...
you're asking another question.
Yeah, but that was a confusing question. Because, like, aren't those, like, 100% real animals?
I don't know. That's the question.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay. You have a question for me?
No, I'm so thrown off by your narwhal question. Narwhals are real animals.
Sure.
Oh, I'm going to give you a question that's kind of on brand for a second.
Okay.
Who would win in a fight between Spider-Man and Batman?
Okay. So, the obvious answer is always the one with superpowers. But the actual answer is that Batman has a plan for everything.
Yeah.
So Batman always wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is like you're supposed to say Spider-Man.
No, you're supposed to say Batman's the right answer.
Batman's the right answer, but I think that they're like trying to lead you
right
to say
like Spider-Man obviously is literally super strong and has webs.
Right.
But
right, Batman beats Superman.
Yeah. Batman beats Superman. Batman beats everything.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Like,
so easy one, but it's on brand, so I wanted to give it to you.
Yeah. No, Batman.
Spider-Man loses, which I mean I think Spider-Man could beat most people.
Although. That'd actually be a pretty decent fight because Spider-Man isn't like a rock'em sock'em kind of hero.
No, he's like sly.
He wants to like be out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like Tom Holland Spider-Man would be great against Batman.
Batfleck?
No, just any Batman.
Am I asking you a question?
Yep.
If you were 80 years old, what would you tell your children?
Do I get like one sentence?
The correct answer to the job interview is, I'm so glad I took that job at such and such.
I mean, yeah, but like... Man, I'm really glad I took that job at Domino's.
Thanks, Grandma Domino.
So do I get like one sentence? Is that what's...
I think
like,
this is asking you...
Can I tell them anything I want?
Yeah,
like,
you can tell them anything.
Is it like as much stuff as possible?
Yeah. If you were 80 years old, what would you tell your children?
So if I'm 80 years old, my children are probably like...
60. Well, like 50.
Not 60. I am 24 right now and I have 0 children.
Like in their 50s.
Probably, yeah.
40s.
Yeah. I'd say probably like at least one of them's going to be... Like, I don't know. So what do I tell my 45 to 50-year-old children? I don't know. What have I learned in that 30 years of like...
Right. What would you tell your grandkids?
Save more for retirement.
So you didn't?
I mean, you can always save more for retirement. That's advice that constantly needs telling. Because like people aren't putting money away.
I think I do a pretty good job of listening to my elders' advice. Like when people are like, hey, things are going to be hard for a little while, I kind of accept it. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
When things get hard, people will say it was coming. And other people have been through this, and I'm going to be all
right. Like you're going to make it. I don't know. What?
But I think other people suck.
Right, for sure. And I think that's where this question's coming from.
Right.
But like I don't necessarily, because I have no way of knowing what I'm going to learn in the next 66 years.
Right.
56 years that it like needs to be imparted that I didn't know at 50. Because I feel like you're supposed to have your life figured out at 50, theoretically. Like, you shouldn't really still be making decisions.
I think you would probably tell him, like, I remember when the Green Bay Packers were good. It's been 56 years.
Don't think that's going to be a problem. Don't think that's going to be a problem. I remember when the Washington Redskins were good. Oh, no, I don't.
That was the year I was born.
Yeah. I have no idea. What would you tell your kids?
I remember
Wear
when the Green
sunscreen.
Bay Packers were good. Wear sunscreen. I remember the bees.
Oh, man, we had bees back then. Do you guys remember bees? No, you don't. I remember the last bee.
Old Sergeant Queen Bee.
Old Barry B. Benson.
They're great. The bees were great. They were
What a great answer.
I remember the bees.
I remember bees.
Oh, golly.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a really job interview-y question now. Like, this is, I think, a great question for a job interview.
Okay.
Instead of something kind of off the wall. I mean, it is still kind of off the wall, but what's the most interesting thing about you that we wouldn't learn from your resume?
What's on my resume? I know what's on my resume. Do you know what's on my resume?
I have no clue what's on your resume.
I think we are sitting within 3 feet of a copy of my resume.
Okay.
But I don't think I could find it.
Okay, so, I mean, you know what's on your resume, though. Like, you got your job history, you've got your school history. I mean, resumes are not super in-depth.
Correct.
I mean, there's a correct answer here.
That's why I run a podcast.
Yeah, you run a podcast with me.
Right.
But outside of that, because everybody's going to know that already.
Right.
But, like, they already know that about you. That's why they called you.
I don't.
They will.
That's true.
They're about to. This cup's empty. It's been empty the last, like, 4 times I picked it up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you need some coffee?
No, I'm good.
I might get some coffee here in a second. Most interesting thing about me that's not on my resume. So it's never a job I've had. It's nowhere I went to school. It's not any like sports related achievements.
Or like a skill. Wait, your sports related achievements are on your resume?
No, but they would be if they were of note.
Oh yeah, like I was.
If I was like the state, like I went to states for swimming, but if I was like the state champion, in like the 100 backstroke, that would be on my resume.
Gotcha. It's like played in the Gobble Bowl a couple years.
Right. Anytime I played football or basketball in college, my team.
Right.
I didn't lose. It wouldn't either be like clubs or anything I was in college. Because I think on my resume, it's not on my resume, but it would have been like in the application that I was on like the executive board for a major school organization my freshman year.
Yeah.
And then I was kicked off.
That organization does no longer exist.
It doesn't?
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Oh, man.
It's been gone.
That was like why I came to see you.
It's been gone.
Shoot, I don't know, Ethan. What would be on yours that you're in a band?
I mean, probably. At
That's
this
like
point,
the most interesting thing about you.
It's definitely probably the most interesting thing about me. Is like I just did a tour, which regardless of how well that went or how not difficult it was to pull off, like people think that's incredible.
It is incredible. Very, very cool.
I mean,
you should be very proud.
I just don't feel cool. Like it's hard for me to be like I'm cool. I am proud, but
And a yellow hat.
that is definitely. I forgot I was even wearing this. I got this hat on tour.
Nice.
In English City, Manchester, New Hampshire, at the Bungalow, which is what I believe to be an old Mexican restaurant that is now a venue.
I just don't even know that these things exist.
Yeah, I went to a lot of places I didn't know they existed until I got there.
Well, obviously, they were in other cities. But, like, types of places like this, I would never have thought were real.
Yep, they're real. Does that cup say #blessed?
Yeah.
God. Good Lord.
I would, like, the most interesting thing about me is I have an extensive mug collection.
The most interesting thing about you is that you bought that.
Well, yeah, my money paid for that.
Like, willingly.
Yeah, it's a TJ Maxx. A lot of people have it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
God.
It's like a regular item at the Tej.
At the Tej.
The Maxo.
#home goods.
So, oh God, home goods is my life.
All right, was that my question or your question? That was my question. Yeah, so you ask.
Have you ever been on a boat?
I've been on a real big boat.
I've
been on a lot of boats.
That's the question. Yeah, I was on the Southern Comfort. It was a yacht. It's chartered.
I guess. I don't know. I don't think that... Where I live, this would not be a question you're asked. There's a lot of freaking water.
Yeah, well, this was for Applied Systems, which is like the most like Dr. Business name for a business.
Yeah.
And it was for
I mean, I guess if you're asking
designer job.
If you're asking a bunch of like, engineering students applying for a job in Kansas, it's probably a pretty decent question. Like, oh yeah, man, one time my family went down to the beach and we rented a pontoon boat.
It was crazy.
It was awesome.
Like there was just water all around us.
Yeah, we flew out to the beach.
What?
I'm like, yeah, I've been on a cruise. I'm 100% pro cruises, by the way.
Yeah?
100%.
Today's episode brought to you by Norwegian Cruise Lines. I'm going to ask you another question.
Go for it. Quick. Go for it.
I've got two that I'm thinking between, so I'm going to ask this one first and then the next one. Describe to me the process and benefits of wearing a seatbelt.
The process?
Yeah.
You get in the car and put it on. It shouldn't be an option.
Okay, why?
Because you die otherwise.
Okay, you're answering it wrong. Obviously. This is, given that it's required.
It's not a given for some people, though.
Oh, I know. Those people are wrong.
Yeah.
So that weeds those people out immediately,
Yeah.
okay? And this is for a client applications specialist for Active Network. So it's seeing how well you can explain something, even something as obvious as wearing a seat, which to you is
Right,
obvious.
and if I was applying for this job, I would ask or answer that differently.
But that's the job you're at.
You didn't tell me that ahead of time.
Okay, imagine you're running a pizza store, and you are a delivery driver. Describe to me the benefits and process putting on a seatbelt. In that scenario, it's totally different. It's like, can you think even a little bit?
Hang on, there's benefits as a delivery driver not to wear a seatbelt.
Time?
Yeah, I mean, how much time you save?
None.
Seconds.
Yes, but come from an insurance angle.
Because you can just leap out of the car. Leap. You shouldn't even have doors, man. UPS that
like a BMW Z1.
like a UPS truck.
Oh, I see. Have you ever seen a Z1?
No.
The doors go down. It's crazy.
No, I mean literally no doors.
No doors.
No doors. None doors.
It's like Wrangler.
Just hop out.
Let me tell you the benefits of wearing a seatbelt, pizza delivery driver. Liability insurance.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean the process is you get in the car. It should be the first thing you do before you even think about turning on the
You do it
the
before
key.
you turn the ignition?
If I'm applying for a job, then yeah, I'll generally
Uh-huh.
put it on when it starts beeping at me. So once I've hit 12 miles an hour. So yeah, you get in the car, you put your seatbelt on, then you put the key in the ignition, and the benefits are infinite. You don't die. Your insurance doesn't hate you. Your friends aren't stressed.
I'd be
Mostly you
stressed.
don't die.
Car doesn't beep
What?
because you don't have your seatbelt on.
So you just turn it on. What? Why would you turn? If you're gonna put it on before you move, why would you turn the car on first?
I don't know. I have a push button start.
Same. But if I'm not gonna deal with the beeping, then I don't want it to beep at all. That being said, I have never put my seatbelt on before I turn the car on ever in my life.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I have the push button, so I don't know. Like, I couldn't even tell you how I do it now. But I definitely do it before I leave the parking spot.
I generally get out of the parking spot first.
It's dangerous.
Frustrates Katie to no end.
I need a question here. Ethan.
Yep.
Start it with Mr. Carlin.
Mr. Carlin, if I were to hire you for this job and I granted you 3 promises regarding working here, what would they be?
Well, Mr. Edgehill, thank you for having me here at ABC Incorporated. I must say, I love the company's history, and I love that it is a publicly traded company. It means a lot to me. What I want in 3 promises is ample work-life balance.
See, that's not an option here at ABC Incorporated. You're expected to work 95 hours a week.
That's okay, sir, because my life is my work.
Okay, answer this like a real person, please.
Okay. 3 promises.
Yeah, so you want your employer to promise you 3 things and make good on it.
Okay.
What would those be?
So this is somebody who's got some clout, who's going into an interview and can ask for something.
Yeah, I would assume it's not like an introductory position at...
ABC.
Yeah.
What do you want? I don't know. I just
You're
thought
probably
of it.
being recruited as opposed to, like,
hired.
Or it's possibly internal.
Um,
So what would you ask for? What's important to you?
company car.
Okay.
Yeah, I want the company car.
Most businesses, that's irrelevant, but
Car.
okay. It seems a little ridiculous.
You wouldn't want the car?
Yeah, most places don't have cars.
Exactly. That's why I want the company car.
I don't think you're working at a sales job in this situation.
Do you know what company it's for?
I can look it up, but like
Also, if it's pizza delivery, I want a company car.
that's not going to happen. Unless you get one of the Domino's with the DXP.
I want like a company Kia Soul. That's what I want.
Let me tell you what's not going to happen.
Okay, 3 things I need. Christmas time off.
Okay.
Like, because everybody wants it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
An assistant.
An assistant. Okay.
An office with a view.
Okay. Fair enough. Those seem pretty reasonable. Very,
What do you want?
Very like Mad Men of you.
I know. I was like trying to think of like the most businessy things ever. Actually, scratch all that. I definitely want my Christmas time off. That's
Yep.
real.
Yep.
I don't really care about the assistant, but I do want to be able to. I don't want to bring my work home.
Yep.
Office happens at the office.
Yep.
Home happens at home.
Yep.
But then I would also ask for like my own office so that I can listen
Right.
to speakers or
Yeah, I would definitely want an office. Windows are important.
Yeah.
Windows are very important.
yeah, like my boss right now is in like a back office that's like a converted broom closet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that.
Windows are important.
What would you want?
God, I don't even know.
You want Christmas time off?
I'm not working somewhere that's open on Christmas.
No, but I'm talking about Christmas time off, like the week.
Oh, I don't need a week, but
So you mean to tell me you could take a job in Saskatchewan? You're not flying home for Christmas?
I mean maybe.
Are you not flying them out for Christmas?
Maybe. I don't know. Or like a week
Where's
could be cool,
Saskatchewan?
but like Canada.
You're taking a job in Wichita.
Wichita. Kansas.
Yeah. You don't fly your parents out for Christmas Eve?
I don't know. I mean, I'm at this point right now, like, in my life and my relationship where, like, we have to start talking about, like, splitting holidays and stuff like that, and it's been a tough conversation.
So you wouldn't want the whole week to be able to go to her family?
I mean, that'd be
your
cool.
family?
That'd be cool. But like in the future, like I'm working ideally for a place that like values that time for all their employees.
Because you and I are both the boss.
I mean, true.
I still can't believe you wouldn't want like the week for Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. Is I wouldn't want to work somewhere that's open that week.
Oh, definitely close. Maybe Christmas.
Definitely be closed Christmas Eve. My current job is closed Christmas Eve. Like that's the thing is I would at least maybe I'd take some time off. I'd have to take some time off. But like 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, we should be closed.
You're not. In this scenario, the business is only closed Christmas Day.
Yeah, I'm not even applying for that job.
They recruited you. The salary is worth it, and you can ask for Christmas time off.
But that's the kind of company
They're
that doesn't...
giving you 3 promises.
No, but you're not listening to me though. That's the kind of company that doesn't care about their employees.
No, it's saying we understand you have values and they're important. Our business structure is in such a way that we want to give our employees what they ask for because we need to be open to run a business. Okay?
So everybody gets this opportunity.
No, you get this opportunity.
You just said you want to give our employees what we ask for.
You get 3 promises, your subordinates get 1 promise.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, that's not the kind of place I'm applying for.
Subordinates, people below you?
Yeah.
Okay. There has to be benefits that are already coming with the job.
Right, because you're not like asking, hey, can I have some health insurance, please?
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Please.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
I want a 0 deductible health. That's the promise.
Does not exist. It does not exist. Nobody's going to buy that for you.
I've got a good one here. It's Thursday. We're staffing you on a telecommunications project in Calgary, Canada on Monday. Your flight and hotel are booked. Your visa is ready. What are the top 5 things you do before you leave?
Top 5 things I do before I leave. Mm-hmm. When am I leave? Thursday?
It's Thursday.
But do I leave Thursday or do I leave Monday or do I leave Sunday? Or...
As your creative co-host,
yeah.
There's a couple things I hope you say before you leave for Calgary. You better either A, bring the traveling podcast kit, or B, find a better time to record.
Yeah. Yeah, I would hit you up and be like, hey, we can't record Tuesday because I'll be in Calgary, Canada.
Right.
We gotta do Saturday.
You'll be in Calgary, Canada.
Oh, well.
It's Thursday. Your meeting's on Monday.
Yeah. You never told me when I leave.
Flight and hotel are booked. You tell me when you leave. What's the top 5 things you do before you leave? Top 5.
I would figure out the podcast.
Would you kiss your wife?
I'm not married.
Or your girlfriend?
I'm not married.
Okay.
I am 0% married. Yeah, I would find time to hang out with my girlfriend one more time and do something nice, have a nice dinner, or, watch a movie or whatever. I would pack, like, last minute packer.
Really? You
Yeah.
wouldn't, this is a big deal. You're flying to a different country to meet with associates of your company. You're not, getting your suit dry cleaned?
Oh, no, it's already dry cleaned and packed. I have a different traveling suit. If I'm the kind of guy where, this is happening, I've got a bag, pretty much ready to go.
You actually do, or...
No, I'm saying in the future.
So this is the first time you're going to Calgary.
No, it's not.
All of it...
No, it's not. Or I would know that this is, an option. So I would, if I'm the kind of guy that goes around to different countries and does the things for the business, like I said, I've got a suit pressed in a travel bag, in my closet.
What color is it?
Gray.
Interesting.
I don't like black.
I like gray. I would probably do a blue.
Blue can be informal sometimes.
An informal kind of guy.
Right, but you never know what you're going to get into.
That's the problem, man.
Gray's a workhorse color.
It is.
It's black without being black.
Are you shaving?
No.
Interesting.
No, I'm
What
not
company
shaving.
do you think you work
The kind of company that allows me to have a beard. It's a pretty high priority on my company.
Is that what you asked for in the promises?
No. But these are the kind of companies I'm not applying for. The kind of companies that say you can't have facial hair.
This is so interesting. What if this Calgary, Canada meeting is actually Podfest Calgary, right?
Oh, then I'm not bringing a suit.
Right. Are you bringing a blazer and a graphic t-shirt and jeans?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm wearing an Iron Man t-shirt.
Right.
Probably my red blazer.
Is it a red Iron Man t-shirt?
No. Okay. I'm thinking like heather gray with a screen printed Iron Man face. It's like Hanes Soft Touch.
You wearing jeans?
Yeah.
Light jeans or dark jeans?
Dark.
Boots?
Really like light jeans. Yeah, some chukkas.
You're in Calgary, so boots are definitely, yeah. I'm guessing. I'm assuming all of Canada is cold.
I mean, I think it gets warm in Calgary in the summer, but warm enough to survive.
Okay, well this Thursday will be November 30th.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's cold as balls in Calgary. I've also got a pea coat.
Yeah.
Maybe a toboggan.
A toboggan is a sled in Calgary.
Okay, a freaking hat.
It's only a hat, fun fact, in Virginia, North and South Carolina, and West.
Interesting. Okay.
I discussed this with our Canadian ambassador.
A hat. Not not a skull cap, a beanie that folds.
Right.
A scarf.
Wait, hold on. What's on the hat?
Probably nothing.
Not a Green Bay Packers or anything?
No, just a hat.
Does it have a ball on top?
No,
I wear.
probably wouldn't. If I'm going to Calgary, I'll probably like pick a Flames hat, fit in.
The Calgary team?
It's the hockey team. I don't know what their football team is.
CFL, man.
Yeah. If it's Podfest Calgary, then yeah, I'm packing a little bit differently than if it's a super fancy business meeting.
Do you pack the mobile podcasting kit?
Maybe.
If you're going to Podfest Calgary, yes, you're bringing the podcasting kit.
I mean, yeah, we could have made a podcast, but this is a good one. And there's an answer that the companies are looking for on this one, and there's an answer that I would pick in my real life, and they are not the same answer at all.
I'm curious to hear what those are.
We finish the interview, and you step outside the office and find a lottery ticket that ends up winning $10 million. What would you do?
Money in a row.
Yeah. They want you to say, oh, it's not going to change me. I would still take the job, still work hard every day.
Oh, I would.
At different things. At things that are not this middle management job.
Well, I mean, hold on. If this is... It depends upon the company.
But, like, and the thing is, like, I feel like the companies that I would want to work for, like, want to work for, are not the kind of companies asking questions like this.
They might.
This strikes me as a very, like, you're applying to be a manager at
Xerox.
Some office. Like, no, not a store. Like an office where they do things. TPS reports and... Like, in my mind, it's the office from Office Space.
What is a TPS report?
It's nothing. And in that case, no, I'm not. If I suddenly have $10 million, I'm not taking that job.
What if the job paid $2 million?
Then it sounds like I'm probably already doing pretty well. Like, if I'm applying for a different job making $2 million a year, I'm probably... $10 million probably isn't that much money to me at that point. And, I mean, yeah, then I would probably still take that job. That'd be tight. But I would definitely, like, I would use it to... Agent. I would use it to focus more on, like, the things I actually want to do that aren't work. Because, like, I can live a long time on $10 million.
I mean, I would definitely make at least a small dent in my students.
Yeah, I mean, I could pay about one of them off. Like 8. No, if I had $10 million, I would be completely debt-free in minutes. Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, what do you even buy after that?
After you're debt-free?
Yeah, like, okay, you bought a new car. Let's say. Spend $100,000 on a car. Go wild.
I wouldn't. I'd buy...
I'm just saying, go wild. You buy, like, a Porsche 911.
I'd probably... In the $10 million situation, what car do you buy? I'd buy like a fleet.
What is a fleet?
I would buy that's not a car. It's like I would buy like a Fiat 500 a bar. I would buy the biggest baddest truck I could. Right?
Yeah.
Like
no, for sure.
Not like a full ton, like the biggest baddest half ton truck I could.
Yeah.
I would buy like a Shelby Mustang.
Yeah. I would have trouble not buying a 911. I'd buy a Tesla.
I would buy an electric car of some sort.
Yeah, I'd buy a Model S. But yeah, no, I would definitely be debt-free in minutes. But, like, that's the thing is, like, you buy a bunch of cars, you buy a new house. I'm going to set myself up in a position where I don't have to do anything else.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely call my financial advisor.
How do I turn this into many more millions of dollars?
I wouldn't even care about that. Just like, can you tell me how to sustain my life off?
Yeah, and you're going to need to turn that into more money.
Right.
Like, how can I live...
In fact, can I just give it to you and you just make it...
Yeah, cut me a check every month.
Like $1 million a year.
But yeah, no, the obvious answer is, like, I'm probably not taking that middle management job. Yeah. But they want you to say it wouldn't change anything. Like, I would love to be able to do this. I'd love to be able to, like, produce music, to, like, write books, do whatever I want in the creative field, like, and just have my name mean enough that I can, like, make money on it. $10 million. You found $10 million, what would you do?
I'd take the money and run.
Yeah.
I would start my own business.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want to work for anybody at that point. That's my main thing. Is like,
buy my own business.
Doesn't, I mean, and granted, if I'm making $2 million a year, like, if I'm currently working at Domino's and I'm going to a job where I'm offered a job that makes $2 million a year, and I find a ticket for $10 million, I'm probably still taking the $2 million a year job.
Right.
At least for a couple years.
Yeah, because it's awesome. And you probably learn a lot.
Yeah, and you're living debt-free. Describe the color yellow to someone who is blind.
There's a book about this, isn't there?
First, I thought this would be super easy. So I was like, oh, it's the color of the sun. In like one of those situations where you're like, you have to describe yellow without saying yellow. But then I was like, wait a minute, they're blind. They don't know what the sun looks like.
There's a book about this, right? You have to like, or there's a movie where they have to like describe the color red to somebody. Like what language?
I mean, probably. I don't. Yeah, yellow feels warm, definitely. Like, there are, I guess, warmer colors, theoretically, but like...
Pea is warm. It's the color of the bad tasting snow.
I was mostly thinking about sunlight.
I was thinking of pea. I was thinking of like there's a lot of good things that are yellow, like sunlight and...
Well, yellow is like a pleasant warm, as opposed to like red.
I mean, like a highlighter yellow is like a...
That's not yellow, though.
What it is.
It's like, yeah, but neon colors are different.
Nope.
Like, those don't count.
Highlighters don't mean a lot to blind people, do they?
No. Highlighter might be the most useless invention to a blind person.
You can color your books.
Let's emphasize the thing that's already written that you can't read.
Yeah.
Like if you highlight in Braille, is it just like bigger dots?
It is the color of
yeah, that's
inside of a tree.
It's like it's like a pleasant warm as opposed to like red, which is like a fire warm, which is like you're sitting there and Curtis is throwing boxes on the fire and you're just 2 feet away from it. Like, this is really hot.
Really fun.
It was fun. Well, red is definitely more fun than yellow.
Red is angry.
Red's not angry. Red's passionate.
Yellow is Joy.
Joy had blue hair.
Joy was yellow.
Yeah, but she had blue hair.
Okay, she was yellow.
Just saying.
Just think of Amy Poehler's voice, and you'll see.
No. Amy Poehler's voice is like...
Did she voice Happy Joy?
Yeah, it was awful.
You're wrong.
No, anybody else could have done that part better.
Disagreed.
Oh my god, I hate Amy Poehler.
I love Amy Poehler.
She was only good as Leslie Knope. And I still wouldn't describe her voice as, like, happy and warm. What's a grating color? Brown. Amy Poehler's voice is, like off brown.
Sandpaper.
Yeah. Well, sandpaper's kind of yellow.
Yellow is the color of gold, which is gold.
That's real f***ing helpful.
Nice.
So, final thoughts on yellow. Give me a 1 out of 10.
Yolk. It's cheerful, okay? It's just cheerful.
The color of yolk.
Give me a 1 out of 10 on yellow.
Baker's dozen.
Eggs out of 10.
You're wearing yellow.
I am wearing yellow.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Sunday Brunch. I hope this ends up being like 20 minutes long, but it's going to be a lot.
There's a lot in there.
There's a lot
to unpack.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Sunday Brunch in Ty's Kitchen, featuring me and Tyler, occasionally Emily,
If you ever hear this,
the dogs, the wine glasses.
we know that it worked.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, it was great. If you're never listening to this,
Then we scrapped it.
then we scrapped it.
Anyway, toodaloo. Arrivederci.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Because it's such an easy business model. Make pizza, deliver pizza. Okay. No. Okay.
A million pen. I think you should find out.
Crayon.
Everyone says
Everyone
crayon.
says crayon.
Crayon. It's 2 syllables. Crayon. In fact, I'm going to tweet out. Clap
Do
cray.
this later.
Clap on.